This is Roy Kick Legend. Today I'm going to show you more carries to the split entry. Welcome to Kick Legend, where I help you athleticize your art and put art into your fight. Delighted to be here with Sean Zerger once again of Zerger Academy at Fighting Arts Collective, Toronto. If you haven't seen the clips already out on Facebook and my other media, make sure you check him out talking about his space and how he's collected really an interesting, eclectic group of athletes and martial artists in this space that he calls home.
Yep.
So continuing that kind of virtually impromptu thing we did from the Mall Morning seminar, which Sean was great about. I thought it was wonderful. We're just going to do this maybe a little bit more deliberately. We're going to film the process and then hopefully edit out the junk and talk about something that interesting that came out more deliberately.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
So, yeah, so if I feed you and I get this reaction, now I already know I'm getting this reaction, so if I get here. So the thing that I notice most is that I'm over top of this arm. And so passing it, this is my happy place, coming right in to take the side position. So if I can get standing side position here, boom, and pass this and get the body, I got the shoulder shot. I can catch you again here. I can stop and hit. This is gonna be really easy actually. So if I can get this response here, come in here, and got my follow-ups there. Oh, I didn't get my timing right. This is actually really nice too because you've been feeling me pushing your arm across. Now you've tried retreating it this way because you got caught. So this is going to give me this straight away. So it's really nice to pick that up so quickly. So here. Didn't work the same way. So this one, see how I'm wider, but I'm straighter on? So this one, I feel like I want to take this arm and go in after this. And I've already got my throws here. I feel like there's some malt coming out.
See that one again?
Yeah, sure. So I ended up more lined up to your shoulders on the inside on both sides. And so what I'm feeling here is that because the way the feet are turning out is that I've already got this. So I can go for the arm break here and I can pitchfork him over the leg. Yeah, so I don't know if you feel like taking big falls today.
You can take a couple.
Yeah. So, you know, if I'm here, boom, and I get this. See, this is beautiful for the suplex. And so from the suplex, I can drive you off on the back, the front, straight over top. But when I get this one, it's easy to trap the elbow and pull for this position, which is great because with the leg forward, I can attack here, really bringing this down, go for the face shot. If the leg goes back, Puta Kapala's right there. So, but here, where I'm on the inside, this is nice because you could try headlocking me or whatever, but by the time it gets up, you're gonna be way up and over, right? So it looks less good when I'm gentle, but I tend to be gentle, so. Anyway, so here, throw him down that way. You see how I already knew what you were going to give me? And so I felt myself getting lazy and going for, I already know he's going to do this, so I'm blocking it. So what I did was I took this out and I was like, what if I'm covering with more of my standard guard because I don't know what's coming? And this comes up more. Mm-hmm.
So what I like about the way Sean's doing that, when he comes in, you know, often I guess the standard question is, what do you do when the left cross comes, right? He's got a big barrier here,
yeah.
Right? I just pocked him, which means unless I alter the line with something pretty technical, it's hard for me to get that left cross to the mark, right? I'm going to have to alter my footwork when he's got the inside block. I'm going to have to drop down, but now his hand is in my face, so he could just keep that here, and I'm kind of headbutting a lot. That's harder to throw that second punch than you think. And let's just look at that from the three things you just tried. We'll talk about why this doesn't work or what you got to pay attention to.
Can we talk about that basic for a second
sure,
too?
Yeah.
Because straight out of Wing Chun, as soon as you feel that you've been knocked off center line, you're supposed to drop into that bong sao structure, right? So you know, that's just a natural thing for me, which is why I noticed I was on top in the first place. So in terms of process, you know, what happened? Well, I followed the basic, and then the basic led me to, oh, I'm on top, so I'll continue that cycle and pass. But you want to go and look at them again?
Yeah, we'll just go through it and see why I don't feel like I can get that off, and you can talk about maybe what's going on.
Okay, you want to try to follow through with your left leg?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That worked out.
Yeah.
Better for me.
Yeah.
Oh, I changed move.
Which is fine, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, well, I didn't get the depth that time. So.
sure. But it's kind of neat if I don't know which way you're going. It's a more realistic, like just do whatever you want to do and I'll try to deliver it.
Yeah. Feel a little less SBD in there?
Yeah.
Little FMA.
Yeah. It's interesting. I feel like I might have a window not on the beat, but after you start going. You know what I mean? If there's a window.
Hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like now I might have something, but you're able to deflect it.
Yeah, I felt here, when the shot came in over top, I felt that all I had to do was step in on it. And so this gave me this line now. So I don't know where I went from here before. Did I swing it?
I don't know, you did some kung fu.
Here, yeah. So that's actually not bad. If I could hit that back and then arm drag there. And this time it got stuck. That was like what happened the first time, right?
Yeah, because I'm trapping myself if I go too early, really. Because I'm going against something I shouldn't be.
That time, see how the shot came off early and I just went straight for the chin sao? So that was just for when the center line gets crossed. That's your basic, right?
Yeah.
Center line gets crossed, you come in here. But I ended up in a nice Muay Thai clinch. So here. Yeah.
And you notice that time he was forcing the issue, right? He wasn't even waiting. He was just going.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. So, but here, if I feel this go, that's no problem. If this went wide, that's when I come to this one. Because it's staying on it.
Yeah.
So, you know, the line goes wide. This is so easy to stay inside of, and following in means that you don't get a second shot.
Yeah.
Right? So, and it's nice because I think I'm never losing this hand. Right? I throw in here, it's like this one's already gone. Right? If I start passing anywhere through here, I can catch early, I can catch it here. Yeah? And late, I'll catch it here. Oh, look. Steven Seagal. So.
Make sure you check out my Mick Tully episodes for that one.
Little sea life.
And he's coming in with a certain amount of confidence with his shape, which is why it's disrupting me, right? I think a lot of times when we're playing just with the hands, we don't feel that disruption, right? If we're just to feed very handsy, I feel like I could punch him all day, right? He'll eventually, if he's not counterattacking, he's going to eat one eventually, right? Or I'm going to eat one eventually. He's being deliberate and taking away my space. Yeah. And he's not going fast, and yet even though we're doing this in a controlled fashion, I still feel like I'd have to cheat and go faster than we're going at to get out of it, which means he's executing correctly, right?
I think so, yeah. Because I know that if I stay out here and you just feed me, and I think this is what you wanted me to do when you start, and I'm just covering, eventually, yeah, you'll get something different. But even like in my initial training, what I was supposed to do was close the line and counterattack right away and use threat to cover. And that's kind of what the split entry is all about, is this idea that you shoot, I create threat against you. So if I shoot, yeah, and you fire, see, I've already got a little bit of threat against you. This hand's already been wiped out. So what am I going to do to get further? Well, I'm going to keep the pressure coming to you, right? So this time the Kenjit, last time, the pitchfork. So, so any of these things, you know, if I move in, now you can't really punch so much. You know, you can't kick so much. If I really close off that line, you know, you're going to have to disengage to hit me again.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, you know, even right in the basics off of, you know, here,
Yeah.
you know, from your very basic hubud or Wing Chun, where you're just trapping in, you need that forward pressure. So, but from Maul, we get that forward pressure with the whole body, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but the whole body crossing the other person's body,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So, because now I'm finding that just happens natural.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I find myself in that position where I'm making sweeps.
Yeah.
Where it used to be that if I did the same thing, I would have been here, or I would have been here, and that would have been stuff I would have been doing more than 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But now, you know, coming into here and seeing this, I see this too. I see this as well, right? And where I can drive in even deeper than my basic striking references, where I'm taking the sweeps or taking the person right off their feet. So.
Yeah, it is worth noting that it is, it's a race, right? To put it in Joey's words, it's a race. Because if I'm feeding him and he does split entry on me, right, and I do this, he's got stuff too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we change the feeding line and I try to alter that line, we'll see what Sean does to recounter or just hit again.
Okay.
Right?
I'm gonna give you a couple.
Yeah,
Dylan.
yeah. It's funny because I don't have those reps, so I don't close the way you do.
Sorry, I was coming in first.
I know. Yeah, just get there first. Yeah, see, I can't get that open thing that you got.
That way.
Yeah,
Drive forward on the inside.
more for, okay.
So, see how you stepped on this line?
Mm-hmm.
If you're here, and you drive down that line.
What do you mean?
Drive against my
More
hand,
this way? Okay.
right? Because if I feed you, see the line?
Mm-hmm.
So now,
Okay.
I don't even worry about this.
Yeah, yeah, because it's too sheer an angle for me to.
Yeah, I mean, you could go after my elbow,
Sure.
but I'm on the inside, right, against your hip, so you don't have the base to throw me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the key to it. So
So if you
if
were
I
trying
split
to,
on you here,
yeah.
and then I go for the shot, see right there? Take the underarm, yeah, the underhook, and now step behind there, and there I go.
I have a bad ankle, so I
Yeah.
can't support even casual weight at times.
It's fine. So if I split here, and I go to throw this one, see there it is, just drive straight for the elbow control,
Oh,
and there's your throw.
okay.
Yeah, and treat it like shoveling snow.
Okay.
So if I split and I go to shoot here, shoom.
So you're shoveling this way.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't think you really have to support the weight if you don't do it slow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but then I have to land the fall.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, so that's kind of interesting. So it's kind of neat just playing with different ideas.
Mhm. I haven't really engaged the legs yet.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, aside from sectoring your ankles,
sure, yeah, yeah.
right? Because I haven't done anything like, you know,
So if you-
I throw, you split, and,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, or here,
yeah.
or here, right? Because this kind of thing, if I throw and you split, and I go to Maul's kind of work here, see, when this drives back, I've got the bases, so, you know, the Muay Thai should be in there too. So if I throw at you, here,
Yeah.
inside maybe, or throw it here, the push.
I like that.
Because I love the way Muay Thai does this. Like, if I come here, if I could just shove, boom,
Yeah,
and I've
yeah.
lined up that, or I could do it the other way, boom, boom, bam, and set it up on this side.
Yeah.
Should have been tighter, but, you know, this is process, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I'm still having a hard time tracking you because you're cutting across my my angle.
Yeah, I think that the two things that are most important in this are to recognize that it commits the lead, right? So long as this lead's committed, and I've got this, I've got the side now, and I can go kenjit, I can go, you know, for hip control suplex, I can go to the back, sweep, and any of those options are here. You know, I could go after this arm, or I can cross everything up, right? And you know, take both legs out of the equation. And then the opposite of that is, if this is all here, then I can look at getting rid of it so I can cross step you, right? So it all comes down to, if you were feeding me at the cross, I'd have to come up with totally different options. Because if you fed the cross and I split on the cross, like, first of all, I'm under.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So now, this kind of thing looks a lot more appealing than the lead, because I just don't have anything else. But you still do, right?
Yeah.
Like if we do this off the cross, I split here.
I feel like
That's wide open,
yeah.
right? So I now have to do a lot more work to prevent you from coming back with your second hand. I have to get turned. So now if you shoot, I've got it programmed. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. But yeah, that's the last 3 years. This has been everything. Go that way, or go that way. So, and I'm seeing it here. If I have the lead,
Yeah.
I can cut down your movement. If I don't have the lead, I have to like rush in here and cut you off from bringing in the lead.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make
So,
sense?
I'm always fascinated by what you're saying. I'm still trying to. I have production kind of like, okay, how is this watchable, right?
Right.
So depending on how this edits, you see, Sean was talking a lot about what he learned about movement from his studying CLOT, particularly with Mall Morning. And it's something he had mentioned last time I saw him out in Detroit, that he's integrating this movement into his art. And great thing about Mall's seminar is he was talking a lot about movement. And you see Sean is taking it and putting it right back into everything else he does. Quite naturally, right? I mean, we just filmed an entire impromptu thing, and it's just kind of coming out in 3 short years. So after his 20 plus years to build on top of.
Yeah.
So you too can have this in part of your arsenal.
Yeah, in 3 short years.
Give it a try, right? Again, I think a lot of times we end the engagement at split entry, even in our light sparring, right? There's this sort of like, I got you, and then we're going to reset. There's no need to. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Go try it out. Send us footage of what you come up with. We'd love to see it. In the meantime, this is Roy with Sean of Zerga Academy here at Fighting Arts Collective in Midtown Toronto. Come check them out. As you can see, clearly knows what he's doing. Interesting guy, great instructor, and I do urge you to come out, especially if you're anywhere in the neighborhood and interested in JKD, Wing Chun,
Filipino martial arts.
Filipino martial arts,
Silat
Silat,
stuff.
long sword,
Long sword. Yeah, what's this? Dama.
right? So, yeah, wonderful place. It's World Kick Legend. Keep your chin down, elevate your striking.